Today we will be discussing 6 questions a seller should ask before they get swayed by a buyer's emotional appeal. Hi, this is Lou Cardillo with the Lou Cardillo Home Selling Team at Keller Williams Realty, and welcome to my video blog. Today we will be discussing 6 questions for sellers to ask before you get caught up in the emotional appeal of a home buyer. So does their price meet your goal? Now, when I talk about your goal, I'm talking about a price that's within the market, not a goal of some airy-fairy number that if your home's worth $500,000 and you're looking for $550,000. What I'm talking about is that net goal of what you're looking to net on your home after real estate commissions. Now, one of the things we do on our home selling team is we're very good at pricing strategies, and a lot of our offers get into multiple offer situations. So on the sell side of the deal, when we get into our multiple offer situations, 2 things make the deal. One is price, and the second is terms. And that's the second thing you should look at in the 6 questions is, do the terms work for you? So a lot of things we deal with is, what is the buyer willing to pay for the house, but what are the terms on the deal? So let's just say your home's on the market for $500,000 and somebody comes in and offers you $490,000 all cash, or somebody comes in and offers you $500,000, but they're putting down 3% and they're going for an FHA or a rehab loan or something to that effect. Those loans tend to take a little longer to close. Not that they won't close, not that they're bad loans, but however, there's a lot more risk involved and stuff like that compared to an all-cash deal. So 2 things. 1, does the price meet your goal? And 2, do the terms work for you? And outside the terms, even it comes down to when the buyer needs to be in by. Let's just say that you have kids in the school system and you want to stay for a little extra while longer to get them to finish that 1 year within that school system. Maybe the buyer who's going to be offering you the hefty dollar amount may say to you, well, we need you out in 30 days. Can you make that happen? So price and terms make the deal. Also, is the buyer likely to close? That's, when you look at the mortgage scenarios nowadays, you got to confirm, really, are these people really worth what they're saying they're going to be paying for your home? So you got to put the value on the buyer as well. So does the buyer seem financially stable to being able to closing on the deal? Now, a good mortgage broker will be able to give you a great pre-approval, but a lot of times when it comes down to running the buyer's finances to see what their debt-to-income ratio is, sometimes things get thrown off. Now, also the other thing that happens is, even if they look good from day one, maybe they go out and lease a new BMW within the meantime from contract to closing. And then that could kill the deal right then and there because their debt-to-income ratios have varied. So a good mortgage broker and real estate broker should be able to let the buyer understand the process, don't extend any new debt, and stay as fiscally stable as they were from the day that they made the offer. So other things you look at is, like, what's the size of the down payment, because you want to make sure the money they're putting down, that they're vested and they have some skin in the game as well. More money down, the more likely the deal is to close. And then as you go through the deal, what is reaction to inspection issues as well? So we know that when every home inspection yields some sort of a surprise, but what would the reaction be from the buyer throughout that transaction as well? And a lot of our deals that we take in, we're also looking, if we accept this offer, who's our backup? So can we get a backup contract if for some reason this deal falls through? So a lot of deals we do for our sellers, we always accept, we pick one deal we want to accept, but we confirm that we have at least 1, maybe 2 backups in case that deal does fall apart. So we always have a plan B and maybe a plan C. So a good real estate broker should be able to walk your buyer through this to let them understand that, does the price meet their goals? What are the terms of the deal? Is the buyer likely to close? What's the down payment they're making? What's their potential going to be to inspection issues? And can we get a backup contract? Those 6 things should create a really smooth transaction with the first buyer, but also will give your seller hope if for some reason that deal doesn't go through. But those are the 6 things that sellers should ask before being swayed by before the buyer's emotional appeal. Thanks, and have a great day.